Yeah. In the beginning, I am. Okay. Okay. So in the beginning, I'm choosing a few skills that I'll need, and also upgrading my magic to the highest possible at the point. Getting rid of a few excess skills in the skill bar down there, which I won't need in the run. The beginning section of the run is called the harrowing. It's part of the initiation process, I think, for mages or apprentices. And you basically walk around in the Fade, meeting spirits and stuff like that. First of all, you kill a few wisps. There's a bunch of dialogue in this game. Through most of it, you can just skip through by mashing escape and whatever the first option is all the time. But there's a few dialogues where I have to make sure I chose the right options. Thankfully, these wisps are a one-shot. I can animation cancel the backswing of the animation once I casted the thing, otherwise it would take a lot longer. This is the first one where I have to make sure I press the right button, which is the 4 for willpower. And otherwise I have to fight him if I didn't choose the right option there, which would obviously take longer than just, and then just having a conversation with him. Now these wolves don't die with an arcane bolt anymore, so I actually have to flame blast them, and they're going to be killed by the damage over time. Now this is another dialogue that's important. 4 times 1, and then you have to solve his riddles. Thankfully I know the answers. I'm taking both guys down here. Otherwise I would have to fight him, and now, because I solved his riddles, he joined me. Hopefully he kills him and doesn't miss him, good. Now moving both further, there's going to be a bunch of wolves spawning, and I'm going to try to hit most of them with a single flame blast. I think that hit 3. Oh, 2 of them. The bear is going to get rid of the last one, I hope. Maybe not. The ideal way you do this fight is that you kill 3 of the wolves with the flame blast. And then move on to basically the boss of this little tutorial area. And you just flame blast him, and I think... Oh yeah, the bear is attacking the wrong target. That's interesting. Usually doesn't happen. It sometimes happens when he uses one of his special abilities, when he doesn't use it in the fight before, and he uses it here and then he attacks the wrong target. It's not a big deal though. Alright, this is the section which turns this whole run into a workout for the left arm. 4, 5. By allocating points in a set I don't care about, and then removing them again, and then resetting a bunch of times. I can remove all the points that I have reset, and then add them again, and then reset again. I'll be doing that a bunch of times. 3, 4. So in the end I'll have a bunch of stat points unallocated, and I can use them to boost my stats and pretty much become the OP mage that everybody wants to see. Now the way I do this is I hold down the mouse button, and then I mash Alt, Shift and Control at the same time. Now the interesting thing about this is that it's faster with a non-mechanical keyboard, because with a mechanical keyboard, which I'm using right now as well, it's really hard to hover around the area where the keyboard notices the press. It's easier to mash on a non-mechanical keyboard. So this will probably take a bit longer, like 10 to 20 seconds. So I'm gonna have around 540 points if I did this correctly to put into stats, which I really care about. Oh, I have more. I guess I did it once too often. It just happens one time. All right, 60 in Constitution is enough for the beginning of the game at least. 20 in Cunning to so I can not trigger some traps, resist some traps and some fall down maybe. 100 in Willpower and 400 in Magic just for damage, basically. So this is what I would have. I have a bunch of skill points left, but since I usually wouldn't have them, I'm not going to allocate them now. Okay, I grabbed the last skill, which was Fireball, which I'm needing for this section. And now I'm going through the Mage Tower area, which is sort of, it's a lot of running around, talking to people as well. And we're going to meet a few people. Now one thing I can talk about during this section, since we don't have any donations, is loading times in this game. They're kind of a big deal. So this version of the game that I'm using that has all the necessary glitches has a memory leak. So the loading times take longer over time, the longer you play the game. And we have a lot of loading time since we're going to have a lot of areas to go through. So throughout the run I will have to restart the game twice to reset this memory leak. It wouldn't be that big of a deal if it was just loading times. But it also affects AI behavior. So if you have this memory leak going for a long time, it can happen that when there's big fights with lots of enemies, it can happen that they just stand wherever they spawn and don't move, and just wait for like 20 seconds or so until they move, and that's bad because you're going to be using AoE spells where they walk into. And yeah, if they don't walk, it's bad, pretty much. So I'll be restarting the game twice during this and reset the loading times. Needless to say, it's also faster to run the game. It's not faster to literally run the game on an SSD because in the leaderboards we remove the loading times. But like the RTA timing is faster. So for the purpose of this marathon, having an SSD ready is a pretty big deal. All right. Now I grabbed my two other Mage apprentice buddies, whose names I don't even remember right now, since they're only gonna be with me for a short time. It's apparently Lily and Joanne. All right. They're pretty useful for this. I wouldn't want to do this next section alone. Not because it's dangerous or anything, but because I can use both of them to do a glitch and skip past a door, which I would usually have to walk around and kill a bunch of enemies to get through. So now we're looking for the phylactery chamber. A bunch of cutscenes here. And gonna kill this guy, send this over here. While this guy's dead, we're gonna move these guys over here. Alright, so I chose to have Lily wait at the door. Now I'm gonna fireball these two guys. Make sure that none of my characters stands in the radius of the fireball, because otherwise they will fall down. And now they're for some reason stuck at the stairs. Hello? Okay, good. He made it up the stairs. Pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna move them here. I have them on hold position, so they're gonna stay there until I tell them to teleport back. And now I'm past the door. So this is probably the most important glitch of the game. Gonna be using it in at least 3 times to skip huge parts of the game. Here, the section I skipped is not that long. because I would just have to go around and come through here. Like this would be the original entrance. But now since I've already been here, I can go out the magically sealed door, which I teleported past, and now go back and finish the quest. With this teleporting past the door glitch, I will probably be skipping like 2/3 of the game. The whole part where you have to use the treaties to find allies for the Grey Wardens, all this will be skipped by teleporting past the gate in Denerim, which is the capital city. Alright. Now, Mage Tower is done. We're at the next section, which is Ostagar, which is a fortress of the Grey Wardens. And here I'm going to be meeting a few new companions, some of which are really helpful and really make this run what it is. First of all, I'm going to meet Alistair, who's very important for the story, especially later on. And yeah, you can go ahead and read the donation.
Yeah, we have a $5 donation from Holdenite saying, God bless you guys. Thank you for your donation, and remember that donations are going to benefit the Save the Children Foundation.
Thank you very much. Alright, now I have picked up Alistair. He's one of the party members you usually have if you play the game normally as well. And as I said already, he's really important for the story. I'm talking to Duncan now. He's going to give me a quest. And I also get 2 new party members, which are Daweth and Jory. Now, these 2 party members are interesting in that usually after you finish the quest that Duncan gave you, after you finish that and talk to Duncan, you're going to be going through the Grey Warden initiation ceremony, and they will die by drinking the Darkspawn blood. But I will save them from that fate, and I will be taking at least one of them with me throughout the rest of the run, and it's going to be really helpful. Now here I have to shoot a pretty precise fireball to hit all these archers up there, and then flame blast these 2 Hurlocks, if they would cooperate, which they don't, which is fine, I guess. Now, one of the bad things that can happen here is that one of the Hurlocks starts to berserk before running towards me, so I don't hit both of them with the flame blast. Now I didn't hit both of them just now as well, but that was just because I accidentally cancelled it. This section is so we are sent out by Duncan to find the treaties of the Grey Wardens and also vials of Darkspawn blood, which are useful for the initiation ceremony. So the vials are dropped by Hurlocks, and one of the 2 Hurlocks that I just killed dropped one, but I didn't pick it up just yet, and I'll soon explain why. So this area here, the worst thing that can happen is that he throws a fireball at me and I fall down. Other than that, this is alright. There's a few Genlock rogues chasing me, and it's kind of a bit random if I get out of combat here with them. It's good if I am, because otherwise they are going to be following me and I have to kill them later. It looks like one of the guys is following me. You can see it on the minimap, the red dot, and I am also not out of combat yet. So I'll have to deal with him after killing all these guys. Let's see, there's one of them. No, nobody. Oh, he rallies, okay. So fireball roughly around here to hit everybody. It's really important to throw the fireball in a way so you're not falling down. Okay, this guy doesn't have the vial. The alpha always dropped the vial, and then there's one of the other ones which also has it. So now I have 2 vials. I'm supposed to get 3, and I just found the treaties as well. So this is a bunch of dialogue. I have I have 2 of the 3 vials now, and this is important because there's a glitch in this quest. and that when you have only the 3D part of the quest completed and not the vial part, then you can talk to Duncan, and he will tell you to go out and grab the vials still. But he will still reward you with experience for some reason. So in order to get skills in the game, I need to gain levels. And this is a really cool way to get levels, by just handing this quest in over and over again and having him give me experience. So I'm currently on level 2 and I'll be going to level 10, so I need to count that. So I'm on 3 now. 4. This is going to take a little while. 5. It's basically just mashing escape, whatever the first dialogue option is, and right mouse button to talk to him. Level 6 now. 7. You can see the experience bar rising in the bottom left. 8. 9, one more to go. Okay, that's level 10. Can grab the skills now. Now coercion is something that's really helpful to talk to, so I'm able to still talk to people and convince them. I'm going to be grabbing up this for haste, walking bomb, stuff like that. Okay, haste is obviously good for going fast. These skills are useless here. I grabbed literally just the whole line just to get to haste. And yeah, it does what it says. It increases your movement speed by quite a huge amount. Now the other skills that are useful are walking bomb, death siphon, and vulnerability hex. Walking bomb allows me to basically enchant an enemy, and when he explodes, he does AoE damage around him. Okay, here I'm going to the other 2 Murlocs, which I just killed. Thankfully, he had the vial. Switching back to this guy and going back out. Death Siphon allows me to gain mana from dead enemies, and Vulnerability Hex basically allows me to lower resistances of enemies, so they take a lot more damage, and that's important for boss fights. So now here's the part. If I were to talk to Duncan here, it would start the initiation process, and Daveth and Jory would die. But instead I'm going to just keep them here on hold position and just ignore Duncan. So as you can see, everything is a lot darker around here, so because grabbing the 3rd vial of Darkspawn Blood triggered the attack on the fortress basically. And the whole tower is now under attack. Usually, like, there's a gate there, and usually you only get through that gate once you do the initiation ceremony, where Daveth and Jory die. But thankfully I can just go here, just make a safety save, and then clip past with one of the guys. It's Ulster this time. It's usually one of the guys on the side. Whoever it is random, but it's not hard figuring it out. And now we'll be going through the tower area, which is a 3-stage, it's 3 stages, or 3 stages, 3 levels in the tower. And probably going to be fighting a bunch of enemies. At least that's what the game expects you to do. But since I have 60 constitution from all the stats I gained at the beginning, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry too much about damage. Turn on Death Siphon here, so I gain mana through this. The worst thing that can happen here is that he throws a fireball, which he actually does, but didn't hit me. And I can just go through the rest of the level. Now, the problem is that I can't go into the next level without while being in combat. Now, this guy evaded my Flame Blast. That's not very nice. Alright, I'm also gonna just heal up for safety for the next level. Alright, I need to get out of combat, so I still need to kill all the enemies that are with me when I get to the stairs. yeah, this is going to be it's kind of a pain in the ass for all the stages, but makes it interesting since you have to really align your fireball well to be able to hit all of them, but not knock yourself down. All right, second level. There's a cool strat here where I aim this Inferno spell just right. Now hopefully these guys don't get to me and interrupt me. Okay, good. Now the Inferno spell killed all the archers here, and as all of them run through the Inferno, they're gonna die as well. And in here, I hope yeah, that was a really good fireball. Hit all of them. And we're on the last stage. Now as you can see, loading times already got quite a bit longer compared to the start of the game. And this is because of the memory leak. I'll be restarting the game for the first time when we reach Denerim. This third one is pretty similar to the first one, as I just run through and then kill all the enemies at the end. So you can probably read the donation at the time. Okay, really good fireball here. Got all of them. And now I'm gonna get my group back and go through. And this is the last stage, but it's not even really a stage, it's just the top of the tower. And there is a boss here. It was not really a big deal. There's something that can happen that would then one of your party members. When one of your party members kills the guy, there's like a slowdown. So I knock all my party members down, so none of them accidentally kills him. Otherwise, there's going to be like a slowdown and a long animation where he sort of murders the guy really violently. But yeah, go ahead, read your donation.
Yes, we have two donations here. We have a $5 donation from Hunter saying, "I'm impressed. Fatzke looks handsome even without his schnurly." I'm assuming that means mustache. Good luck on your run and may the wristbands be with you.
Thank you.
We have a $5 donation from Ecking-san saying, "Hello from the US. First time watching ESA, enjoying the great runs. Keep it up." And lastly, we have a $2 donation from Proc saying, "Hi." Thank you guys, and yes, we are aware that right now on the stream the donation counter shows as $0. That is certainly not the case. It's just a slight technical issue, and we hope to have it resolved very shortly, and we'll be able to show you the correct donation amount.
Okay, so we're now in the part of the game where we can access the world map. The first one you go to is always Ferelden, this little town we have to go through, and it's going to be a really helpful one as well. So usually I would, in the section before where we're at the camp, I would save and reload the game to get haste off cooldown, since it was on cooldown, and saving and reloading just gets rid of the whole cooldown thing. But for RTA timing, this would take longer than just waiting for it to go off. Now here's Sten, and because we have Daveth, we saved Daveth from his fate. He is a rogue, so he can open the door. Now I'm gonna be getting rid of this guy. So Jory is now permanently out. I can't even get him back even if I wanted to. But we have Sten now, and Sten is really helpful for later. So now I have Morrigan do the swarm thing, which is probably the fastest way of moving around. I'm going to be using Flying Swarm a lot. Now this was a bit unfortunate. Let's see if I still hit most of them. Oh yeah, that firewall was still really good. Okay. The ideal way is to hit all of them, obviously, but yeah, doesn't always work out in the end. I might get the dialogue here because I got stunned in the end. Okay, I didn't. Cool. Now, yeah, we got Sten, we lost Jory, he's now out, I can't get him back. Because he's not supposed to be in the party with us in the first place, since he should have died. But we still have Daveth, and he's gonna stay with us throughout the rest of the run. And he's gonna be really helpful later, as well, as he will never leave my party, and he also can't die. Okay. Now there's one section before Denerim still, going through a dialogue and just exiting the camp. This is basically what my party will look like most of the time, with Daveth, Morrigan for speed and Sten for a glitch later. So now going to Denerim. I'm definitely getting a random event on the world map here. I don't know which one it is. There's two which are really fast, one which sort of takes a while, so it's kind of unfortunate if you get that. But it's also the most uncommon one, so we're likely to get one of the faster ones. And there it is. Okay, it's this one. Just have to pause to land this fireball. Oh, I didn't hit this. Okay, he should die. This is the second fast one. There's one which is faster where there's just literally just a merchant and you just turn around and go back to the world map. And the slowest one is where you have to first choose the correct dialogue option and then sneak around a camp of, I don't know if it's bandits or anything else, but yeah. Alright, reaching Denerim now. I'm gonna turn haste off because currently Morrigan is not hasted. Since every time she leaves your party, she loses the haste buff that I give her, so it's not a permanent thing for all the party members. It just happens when I turn it on initially, and if she leaves it, she loses it. So since we needed to get her back into the party, she lost the haste buff. So I have to turn it off now, save, and this is also where I do the first quit of the game to reset the memory leak. Now all this time is usually not counted. It's the same as with loads; they're being subtracted from the final time. Alright, now Morrigan is hasted and a swarm of bees. So this is the one glitch that skips pretty much 2/3 of the game probably. Getting all the allies for the Grey Wardens takes such a long time. And now I glitched right into Alien's estate. And we're already at the Landsmeet section. I'm turning on hold position here, and as you can see, Daveth is in my party, even though I'm supposed to be here alone. I sent him to the door just now, so I can switch to him and then exit the door after I talk to Alien. Alright, I'm picking up these two guys again. And now the next area we go to is, the next area we go to is the estate of Al-How. Al-How is one of the supporters of Logain, and I'm going to be killing him. So here, I need to talk to Sten first, tell him to never mind. Then I'll pause the game, talk to Sten with my main character, then with Morrigan, and then I'm going to tell him to leave my party. And this will cause him to be placed out of bounds. And when Morrigan talks to him, she will be the whole party will be teleported out of bounds when I pick Sten back up. from the party choosing screen. So now I'm out of bounds, and I can basically go through a lot of the level, and then go here, where the next door is. Just gonna kill those guys real quick because I can't enter the door while I'm in combat. And now I'm already in the estate. Going around them would take a lot longer. Going around the estate would take a lot longer. I'm doing the same thing here. Talking to Sten. And then picking him back up. Alright. We have Flying Swarm on cooldown right now, so I have to do a save and reload. Now everything's pretty dark here. My party members can actually block me here. But it's not a big deal. I'm using the minimap to orient myself now and basically go around the whole map and just through the exit door of this area. If I get, I need to be careful. I can't get too close to the walls, otherwise I might trigger enemies and that could crash the game. I'm going through this small area here now, saving just for safety. And I think I actually messed up. Yeah, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Never mind. Thank God I make a safety save. So when you turn off Flying Swarm, like you get placed inbounds again. Now it was correct. Now I got directly to the door and was able to go through it. So I'm meeting Alhauer already. Vulnerability hacks, walking bomb, and then some kind of damage spell is usually the way to go for most bosses. Unfortunately, these mages are a pain in the ass. Yeah, they can. I was about to say that they can stone fist me, so knock me down. But my party members were able to deal with them. Now I have to loot Alhau to get his key, and then we're back out already. Unfortunately, there's people onto us, so they noticed what we did, and we may or may not get imprisoned. So I just need to go over here quickly to talk to a person in a door, and then over here to get imprisoned. Now, getting imprisoned is actually faster than fighting all of these people. Like, I could choose to fight, but this fight is really hard and takes a really long time as well. So I'm not going to be going through that. Instead, I'm getting imprisoned. And this is again where Daveth comes in handy, because he's in my party permanently. So usually I'm supposed to be in the prison alone, but I can just switch to Daveth and just exit it. Now, instead of going back through Denerim, I went back to the camp and then back to Denerim. This evades any random events which might happen in Denerim. So there's two different random events that I could get in Denerim, and each of them forces me to go, or more or less forces me to go out of bounds. But because I didn't have Sten with me after fleeing from the prison, I couldn't have gone out of bounds, and in case of those random events, I would have needed to actually fight a bunch of people. So going back to the camp and then returning back to Denerim through the world map is the safer option. The YOLO option of going through Denerim and risking getting a random event is probably faster, but if you get a random event, you're pretty much fucked. Alright, Aliman is pretty happy that we managed to escape the prison. Same trick again, switching back to Daveth. And now the next stop in Denerim is the alienage. Unfortunately, I can't access that through the town map. So I do actually have to go through this act. I forgot to turn haste off and put it back on for Morrigan, but I'll just leave it now instead of reloading and saving again. Or the other way around, saving and reloading again. The alienage are just around here. I had to make a bit of a detour because if you go closer to the market square thing, or to the right of it, then you can trigger a dialogue. And looks like I got a random event, so I can even show the out of bounds in the random event. Usually in a run it's really bad if you get any, like the best runs have no random event at all, and it's a lot of RNG. But yeah, talking to Sten, making him go out of bounds, and then had Morgan talk to him again. Now what's interesting is that both random events appear in the same, like this, it's the same area for all of them, for all two of them. But for the other random event you start at this door and go out the gate, and for this one you start at the gate and go out the door. Alright, oops. Okay, pausing, talking to him. This again saves a huge amount of time. Instead of going through most of the alienage, where basically elves and dwarves live, I can just clip back inbounds and already go into the door, which leads me to the end of this whole section. And because I have a really high level of, because I picked up Master Coercion already, I can just talk to them and that's it. Don't need to go through a fight. Gonna go back to the tent, to the camp again. Yeah, please, go ahead, Pac.
Yes, we have a $2 donation from Pokemon Rise saying, "So here is my last donation. Greetings to the Germansch on side team, and here's my last $2. Greetings, Pokemon Rise." And we have a $20 donation from Impa98 saying, "Greetings from Denmark. Amazing seeing my favorite game, Dragon Age, being completely destroyed. Keep it up. Let's get that 2 worlds any percent run." Thanks again for your donations, guys. Remember, they are going to benefit the Save the Children Foundation, and for every $1 we raise, the US government will multiply that by 10. So even a $1 donation becomes a $10 donation, and $20 becomes $200.
Thank you very much. Alright, as one last time where I have to talk to our Lehman now. And then the last part of the game is pretty linear. I don't have to go back anymore all the time. So now, having dealt with everything in the alienage, can finally go to the actual Landsmeet. Now I can't take Morrigan here, since Alistair is fixed to be in the party. And I need Sten in case of random events in the city. So I can't take Morrigan.
And Fatzke, we had a question in chat asking, what difficulty is this?
Oh, it's easy. As it's the fastest one, since you kill most things faster and nothing kills you a lot. This is another dialogue where it actually mattered. I had to persuade and then intimidate her. And now skipping through that just triggers the fight, which is the fastest way. Dealing with this. Casting an Inferno there. I hope Logain didn't go run out of the Inferno. Now where is he? He's a troll. Oh, okay. He's dead. Or not dead, rather. It's interesting that he runs away from me. Okay. Sometimes you can't really find him in all the fire in there. and you need to finish him off with with a normal attack. And I got lucky there that apparently one of my party members, or one of the guards there, hit him with a normal attack. Otherwise, I would need to find him and literally punch him in the face to trigger it. Because if you just hit him with spells, he won't actually die and trigger the 1v1. He will just stay at like 1 HP and hover there until somebody auto-attacks him. So having done that, we have to go to Redcliffe, which got attacked. And I will do my next game restart there to fix the memory leak again. As you can see, loading times are long again. So it's probably a good time for a donation as well.
Yeah, we have a $10 donation from Quitch saying nothing at all. And yeah, just a reminder again that we are aware that the donation total on stream is broken, and we are currently working to fix it. It is not $0.
Alright, since there's 3 random events you can get on the world map and we only traversed it once, there's still 2 I could get here. Fortunately, didn't get any, so that's all fine. Now, I'm gonna be taking another 2 more skills here, which is Virulent Walking Bomb, which is helpful, and also Drain Life. And then do the game restart. This is probably the last game restart. How many you do each run is really up to personal preference of the runner. Since it doesn't cost any time, because the time will get subtracted from the final time anyway. Oh, I got this guy. Okay, sometimes you can kill the first guy and not trigger the second guy appearing. Sometimes you have bad luck and have 3 guys appearing, but most of the time it should be just the 1 guy. Now, hadn't I restarted the game here, a lot of these enemies would be just stuck at the bottom of the stairs and not really move at all. Alright, now I killed most of them here. I'll cast an Inferno where the rest of them spawn. Okay, I think everybody here is pretty much dead. He is still alive. Okay. I'm just waiting for these guys to die. As you can see, there's sort of a bit of a lag, like they walk through the Inferno and only then die. And then there is the Ogre guy, which is the last enemy. Okay. I didn't get the slowdown again when one of my party members killed him. And that was a pretty good fight. Pretty clean. Got the Ogre to spawn really fast. Now fights get a lot bigger towards the end of the map. Now this was the first big one. There's gonna be 2 more. So this is the final preparation, because Denerim got attacked, and basically the whole town is almost taken over, or there's a lot of fighting in the town at least. This is where you choose your strategy with Morrigan to defeat the Archdemon, and which is just by getting the Archdemon's soul into Morrigan's child, I think, by just skipping through the dialogue as fast as possible. Now this is probably the biggest fight in the game. First of all, casting an Inferno here will cause all the guys to spawn nearby to yeah, walk through it and die basically. Now I need to kill this guy because he's a bit annoying. And now I basically stand here and hold off enemies until my Inferno is off cooldown again. Oh, this would also be quite a big deal if I hadn't restarted the game, because a lot of enemies would spawn and then wait. and then don't really do anything. All of them are running past me, unfortunately. Okay, casting the Inferno now, so everything that spawns here will also be taken care of. And now I just have to kill all the remaining enemies. There's a lot around here apparently. And there's usually a bunch spawning here. It's a bit random where your AI companions go and what they do. So if I got lucky, they would have been here and would be holding off these guys, but I should deal with all of those myself. Yeah, you can see the lag again. I hit Sky with the Arcane Bolt, now it just keeps running. Okay, this should be the last one. Now I just need to wait for the quest to trigger, which is happening now. And for Reordain to come here. Where is he? There he is. I'll basically hand in the quest. Now here I'm going to get rid of Daveth, which is important. Because otherwise I will, when I'm traversing the world map later, I will trigger an event where one of the party members will be fighting. And I have to fight with him, but by having all of the party members with me, that doesn't happen. So I'm going to be getting a bunch of more constitution points so I can do, so I'll try some YOLO strats later. And now we're basically onto the last stretch of the game. And yeah, there's a donation.
Yeah, we have a $10 donation from Anonymous saying, but you're skipping the cutscenes, the dialogue. What is this thing called speedrun? Baka baka. And we have a $7.77 donation from Lucky Sevens with no comment.
Now there's no random events here because Denerim is basically at war. There's a lot of fighting in the city, but so the original random events wouldn't really be applicable here anymore. Okay. Here we do another out of bounds. This is probably one of the biggest sections you skip with out of bounds. Unfortunately, it also puts you very far away from where you actually have to go. Now, where the spot is where Sten gets teleported to is random, but it's fixed for every map. Like, it's different on every map. So, at some of the maps don't really have a useful out of bounds. You just get teleported inbound somewhere, which in some cases is even really bad because, yeah, you have to fight stuff there then. And might even get you further from your target. So this is the exit of the game, and I have to make a safety save here. Apparently, this didn't trigger. For some reason, I'm not supposed to click the gate. I can't click the gate right now, even though I should be able to click the gate. Not sure why I'm not able to click the gate. Okay, that was bad. I have to reload. Maybe this will fix it. Oh, okay. There we go. Cool. And now we're going to the last area in the game, which has the tower with the archdemon on top, the giant dragon. This is another sort of big fight, probably the biggest one still to come, except for the final boss fight. Fortunately, the Inferno AoE is exactly big enough to cover all of the slopes going upstairs. So, unfortunately, we got a second dragon. This is just bad RNG. You can get one dragon, which is good. 2 dragons are not that good. But you never get 3. So now I just have to kill everything here and wait until all the wave spawns are dead. Fortunately, the Inferno ran out, so I actually have to go and kill the rest now myself. Who fireballed me? Oh, I actually have Curse of Mortality on me. This is scary. I never died here, so... Curse of Mortality makes it so that you can't gain life with the drain... Can't gain life basically in any way. So I have the Drain Life spell, which usually allows me to gain life, but in this case it doesn't. So I'm really low on health and I don't have any health potions, so I might not go for the YOLO strat here. It could also involve Curse of Mortality and would definitely kill me if it did. So I'm not going through it. So this is one of the out of bounds that just takes you inbounds. But it at least makes you skip past the trigger that triggers a bunch of enemies back there. So I'm gonna make a safety save here, I guess, but it should not really be necessary. Now I'm gonna be killing this. In the YOLO thread, I'll just run past him. Oh, he teleported back there. Cool. I guess. Thank God he didn't trigger all the enemies now. Okay. So in the YOLO thread, you just walk through here. With the guy even hitting you. I resisted the trap there, which is good. He could fireball me, this guy. Which didn't, which is also good. And now I might... Oh yeah, he stone fists me. Sure. Oh man. I do have Curse of Mortality on me, which is pretty bad. So I need to kill this guy really fast. Unless I die. I might die. I'm actually dead. Which is, you know, I at least killed the guys, so... Oh no, I'm not dead. Holy shit, I survived. What the hell? Do you see my health? That's crazy. So, yeah, Curse of Mortality again was unlucky. I wasn't able to heal myself. And I wasn't able to cast the Inferno either because I got interrupted all the time by the guy casting Stone Fist on me, which gets me knocked down. And also the corpses hitting me, so... Overall, it was pretty unlucky, but lucky that I survived, I guess. So this is... Yes. I messed up. Never mind. Last out of bounds coming up here. And after this, that's already going to be the final boss. So in case I had died there, I would have needed to go get one of the party members to get close to me to revive me. For some reason I didn't. I don't know how I survived that, to be honest. Here again, since everything is black, I need to look at the minimap to orient myself. And I'm gonna make another safety save in front of this door, because if I trigger the enemy behind this door, the game could actually crash. Okay, I hit the door. Good stuff. And now it's already final boss time. Looks like I get a good pattern here. If I got bad RNG, he would fly towards me first. So now I get all the damage over time on him and vulnerability eggs, and he will tick down and then teleport here pretty much. Now time comes up as soon as the dragon dies. So pretty much right now, time. So yeah, that was pretty much all there is to say about Dragon Age Origins. There's a bunch of characters that we unfortunately didn't get to meet because of skipping most parts of the game. Like the only optional party member that I got was Sten. There's still others like Zephyr, I don't know, Liliana, most of them. And for some reason our mage knows how to deal with how to use a sword properly. Yeah. That's pretty much it from me. Thanks for watching, everybody, and you should probably all watch the next run, which is Morrowind's, the Elder Scrolls Morrowind, all main quests, which is a great run, by the amazing Dr. T-Chops. So yeah, thank you.